people, you're welcome back again. Should I say good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on wherever you're watching me from. I'm so excited to be here with you because it's been so long. My name as always is Yabbies. I'm a Ghanaian YouTuber based in Budapest, and you're welcome to my channel. If this is your first time to Yabbies on. In this video, I'm addressing the reason for my long absence. I have not been on here for quite a few weeks now, and I'm just going to address it. I took a trip back home. So it was a much long awaited trip that I really needed. It was a good break and a fresh breath of fresh air. Yes, double freshness, you know. So if you see me now, that is where I've been. So the journey towards going back home has not been an easy one. So ideally, the plan was to go back home after 2 years, yes. Then after 2 years, things did not go as planned. So then I was telling myself, okay, in the first year of my job, I'm going to go home. Then go visit home. Then COVID hit. So now when COVID hit, there was so many unsureties and insecurities here and there, because I was like, okay, I've heard stories of people who actually took the trip back home and then they ended up being stuck there for so long, and some just went on vacation, so they did not prepare to work there, and some ended up losing their jobs because you are not here, we need you to work, you're on vacation, you're stuck. Yeah, so there was so much insecurities and overthinking, analyzing the whole COVID situation, and so I was like, okay, fine. I'm just going to push it aside and then go with the flow until I am very ready without much ado. If you remember from my last video on Christmas, I actually mentioned I was not going to spend the next Christmas here. So it's Christmas Eve. Can you take a wild guess what the time is now? European weather. The weather alone is depressing. I'm not going to spend another Christmas in this situation, gosh. Okay, so the time is 3. So that was a video from 2020 where I was talking about the fact that I would not be spending my next Christmas, which was 2021 here, and I meant it to the T, because the 2020 Christmas here in Budapest was depressing. Yes, I really did not like it here. It was also in the midst of a curfew, it was also in the midst of a pandemic, so there were so many restrictions and almost no exciting place was open. So I just told myself I got to be with my family. I need this energy boost. Yeah, people are getting booster shots and all of that. My booster shot is from my family. I just needed the love, the sense of belongingness, and all the good stuff. So fast forward, sometime late 2021, I started doing the due process. Now that I know better, I would buy my ticket much earlier, but then I had some other issues to deal with. So I bought my ticket, booked it down. They changed the date a couple of times, but I didn't really care because I'm going home, that's what matters. Then I started to pack. I had 2 luggages, a small hand luggage and my backpack. So I was gradually packing. I packed a few weeks ahead, even though I told myself I could have packed earlier, but it was all good. So I just started packing things I needed. I also started making some petty shopping here and there because I have a large family. When I say I have a large family, you can't even think it. Not to talk of my friends and acquaintances back home. And you know how it is when you travel and then you're going back home. So I used to buy sweets. Each time I go out, I just make sure I buy a little. Mind you, I never bought in bulk, because when you're buying in bulk, it looks like everything is so expensive and all of that, but when you buy in bits and then you're gathering it, like, you don't really feel the financial constraint on you or the financial strain on you. So that's why that's Ghana for you. Ghana, or like many African countries, is a communal country. When I say communal, it's like a community-based city, a community-based country. Like, you live in a community, you have a sense of belonging to a community where people actually do care about you. So definitely going back after 4 whole years was interesting, and it was something I was looking forward to, and people were also looking forward to me coming since 2020 or 2019, so I needed to show up, right? So that's what I did. I bought my stuff slowly but surely. I was packing my bags, filling my bags small, and then about 2 days prior to me going, I went to do my PCR test. So today is Thursday the 25th. I just had my PCR test done. There was a nose swab and then there was a throat swab. So I'm currently on my way home. Yes, so I'm going to keep you guys updated as much as I can, and I hope to see you soon. So I had a nose swab, and I think I had a throat swab as well. My results, actually, I was told my results were going to come that very night. It did not come. I waited the following day. It did not come. I was panicking because my flight was, I think, the next day. So I went back to the place, and then I was told I didn't enter my email address well. So I entered my email address, blah blah blah, at gmail.com. Instead of making it an M for Mike, I made it an N for November. Like, you could have just corrected it for me. So that was why I did not receive my test results. So I finally received my test results, and they were negative. Yahoo! Now, prior to that as well, one of the requirements for entering into Ghana is that you need to have a negative COVID test, and also you need to pay for another COVID test back home. Yes, you need to have another COVID test right at the airport, and you have to pay for that test before you leave your country of departure. Now, I couldn't pay it with my Hungarian bank details, so I had to have my cousin from Ghana do that for me. So she did that, and then she sent me over the receipt. So I added it when I was going to check in, because if you don't have it, you will not be allowed to board your flight right from Budapest. So I did that.